This podcast is rated MA. It may contain coarse language, sexual situations, and fantasy violence. It is not recommended for persons under 17.
Welcome to the 5th edition D&D podcast, The Rise of Tiamat and the Dragon Queen's Horde. Episode 2, Part 2, Raiders Camp. I am Andrew Felling, the Dungeon Master.
I am Kirk, and I'm playing Caradin, the Wood Elf Monk.
This is Mary. I will be playing Zelania, the Wood Elf Sorcerer.
This is Seth. I'll be playing the Paladin Dragonborn Cespedes.
So when we last left off, you guys had gotten your group and everything together and you decided to track down the Raiders camp.
Yes.
And you came across some stragglers, a couple kobolds who were going around collecting shiny things that had fallen and kind of just taking a lazy approach to it. There were several cultists who were very, very upset that
there was a chicken.
That there was a chicken. And
Oh my god, I forgot all about this.
Cespedes decided to settle their grievances with the world's greatest sneak up ever.
I forgot all about this.
Via rolling a boulder, which he then turned into a weapon. Man, I rolled for like each of those guys, and he's because you rolled decent, and every one of them was like below 5. Like 3 of them rolled nat 1s.
And we had planned on you failing at all and sneaking. Like
that's where I was like, I giggled about the boulder. You're like, yeah, I'll use the boulder. We're like, roll a strength check. Okay, he moves the boulder. Like, anyways, so however, one of them did manage to blow a warning horn, which did call a few more bigger bamfs, who then, now with you at the bottom of the ravine, took advantage of you being down there. You were victorious, but it did take quite the toll on your bodies. Yes. So you guys decided to retreat back to the tree line where you had stored your horses to rest for the evening. We're going to pick up with you guys are now fully rested. It is because Cespedes needs the 8 hours. It's going to be 8 hours later, and it was lunch. So now it is night has fallen. Okay. Do you wish to continue waiting, or do you wish to move forward?
2 of 3 of us have dark vision, and if we needed to catch up. Like, we were working on trying to catch up to them. We're not sure how far ahead of us they are, and if they kept moving while we, stabbed some things to death and then slept, we're probably safe moving forward in the darkness, guiding Cespedes and some horses, despite whatever noise they might make, at least for a couple hours until we get closer. Yeah. It might be worth it just to gain some ground.
All right. So then what I'm going to need is to pull up where I was. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to need a survival check from someone with dark vision.
I'm good at those.
No,
I only have
a 2.
4.
So
I have
a 4. 4 total.
Also a +4.
Yeah.
And then Cespedes, for you to not get lost, I need a perception check from you. Did you roll a 1? Oh, okay.
Twice as good as the 1.
Okay. Yeah. He doubled his odds.
Rolling a 2 does.
Guess what I also rolled?
A 2.
Yes, that becomes a 6
okay.
in this case.
This is very good. Now, just like in classic D&D and everything like that, rolling a 1 on a skill check doesn't mean you auto-fail, but rolling a 20 doesn't mean you auto-succeed. However, because it's the first prime number, so you get fucked prime on it.
Mm-hmm. It's the only even prime number.
Well, because everything else is divisible by 2. Mm-hmm. I was really proud that I knew that. Just right there. I've got to move on with my life. Anyways.
It's okay. I was the one who was like, this is a thing that I know, so I'm going to throw it out there casually and hope that everybody just goes with it.
So the 2 of you actually do manage to stick together. But in the dark, in kind of a wood and rocks, everything looks like trees and rocks.
Guys?
But the 2 of you notice that it's kind of quiet. You're used to a little bit more noise when you guys move around. Cespedes, the elves started walking. You stopped to pick up your shield, and now they're gone.
Jeez.
As soon as I hear him, I'll go back.
Roll a perception.
Right. That's
going to be the.
weird.
See what I got with my.
Oh my god. No.
I got a 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah, rolled
I got a
3.
whole 5. I rolled a 1.
Okay. But I mean, you're with
The
him.
end.
Right.
And I mean, you're with the 5. And you guys hadn't gotten too far away, but you do actually you hear
Yeah, I say you're like, hang on a second, but shh. Fine.
like
Go on. Don't make any noise.
shh, we can leave him.
Like every time he shouts, I'm doing the shh. Shh.
You can't quite see, but it looks like almost back the way you
13?
guys. You don't. It's not necessarily back the way you guys came because you remember going like south, and you hear this east of you.
Okay, I'll head back through.
Yeah, I mean we stick together. Go back.
And
to
you are able to find your way back, but we're gonna pin that for a second. Cespedes, roll me a perception check. You hear a rustling through like the grass next to you, and a small
Hey, how you
snapping
doing,
sound,
buddy?
like wood of some kind, branch, twig, whatever. You turn around and you see a little red kobold.
Huh?
Wearing fresh hide armor, carrying 2 scimitars, and he sees you and immediately covers his face, going. He lowers his hands. Goes, Sandfang, take your camp. He starts clearing his throat. Hillman,
Okay.
Sen,
We're waiting on our
Gurfik,
friends. They'll be here
find
soon.
your take camp.
I'm sure of it.
And he does like these very elaborate hand points.
Uses
and,
his tail for some of them.
when you look, he clearly when he starts off by pointing back towards Greenhist, and then he finishes pointing kind of in a southwestern direction.
I give him a little kick.
Okay, and with that, he kind of walks up to you and like starts inspecting your greaves, like just so that your leg armor. Like he's not touching it, but he's like very interested in it. Kind of gives it a little flick. Shiny.
Nope.
Yeah, that's good enough. He kind of knew it was going to come, so he kind of does a half jump back and just like narrowly missing. The two of you actually walk up on this, and you see Cespedes kicking at a kobold.
It's not the kobold we befriended and threw in jail, is it?
Roll a perception
Does it
because
look
you,
familiar?
you
Yeah.
didn't act that.
Natural 20.
Okay, yeah, no, it is 100% the same guy.
Okay.
Though he was not this decked out when you guys last saw him.
Okay.
Because he was wearing like rags and
Yeah.
just had a spear and a
Dagger. or
dagger before. Now he still has the same dagger, but now he's got like a scimitar and he's wearing like actual like hide armor.
Oh, hey, hi.
Oh, camp.
Who's camp?
He's got like a quick confused look on his face, like I don't know who these people are actually.
He said Leatherface. Where did you guys go?
He says something in Draconic, which basically
Which I
translates
don't
over
know.
into Leatherface.
He wants
I
us
know
to follow him
Cespedes
to his
Right,
camp.
Cespedes
so-
speaks to Draconic.
And
So the rest of you just hear.
Okay. Huh. We went that way.
You guys are back
Really?
at camp.
You didn't. Is he pointing in the direction that the other kobolds went, or in a different direction? Yes, I'm asking the GM.
Yeah, and he
go with him.
he's
Sorry.
pointing. So from where you guys are, it's like if you go, it's like he's pointing like down the ravine over that crest that you guys had seen the backup come up over. He was kind of he's pointing in that general
in that
direction.
So it's possible that it's that camp. Okay. I mean,
And he's just kind of like
I'm willing
looking
to follow
very
him.
matter of fact
It's
up at everybody.
sure. Who gave you the swords?
Come on, pavement.
hey, Carradine, take this rope,
Hill
please, and
man.
hang on to it.
People from the town,
I'm gonna hang on to the other end.
Okay.
yes.
All right, let's go.
And so you do. You and
Nice.
your new little kobold friend, hostage. I don't know. Hostage turned combatant, turned hostage, turned combatant. Guide? I don't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't.
Okay. Oh,
Okay, and you know what? With that solution, you no longer have to roll perceptions. And with Gooflick now here, he is able to take you straight to the camp. Okay. And you guys are moving at a pretty quick pace. Like, the little dude's got quick little legs. It's it's not that surprising that he was actually able to catch up with you. And you guys make it probably about, did you guys take the horses or are you on foot? Well, either way, he'd be on foot unless one of you were going to carry him.
Yeah, we took the horses.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll
have them lead ahead.
I say we might be leading the horses because we can see and they probably can't.
Yeah,
So
the horses don't have night vision.
Right. So.
Okay, so it is about a good 6 hours then of hoofing it. So we're actually coming up on like the crests of dawn. Okay. When you guys do come upon what it kind of looks like a valley that starts to sink down into like this pretty widespread gorge, and you can see up on several far rises makeshift towers. You see smoke coming up out of it, as well as a heavy layer of fog that has kind of descended down onto the gorge, kind of hiding most of the scene from you. But you do hear some general clatter of what would be early morning camp noises. You hear flints hitting steel to light morning breakfast fires, and over the next 10-15 minutes, as you guys kind of sit here, you do see small little glows starting to appear.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gooflick stops and he starts to like point in like one spot like of the fog, kind of like he's like pointing at different things, but like it's a thick fog, so you don't really know.
Right.
Okay.
Didn't he say someplace was safe?
Some of the fog burns off so we can see what we're up against?
Either that,
or do we go now?
Wow. Well, maybe not in the fog, but if he's pointing to, because the whole point of coming out here was try to free prisoners, right? So if we can work our way around to be closer to them without, stumbling through camp, would be what I would want to do, I think.
Okay.
And if you can point in the general direction without...
Gooflick? No, I don't think he said anything about safety. He points out like there are, where his people were. He points out another spot and lists off a different kobold tribe. He points at another spot, that's where he says, again, in Draconic, the leather faces. He points like kind of straight down the middle and says, that's where slaves are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did we get the feeling that the slaves are in the middle of the camp, or are they just sort of in the middle of what we're looking at and we might be able to swing around behind them?
He just kind of points straight down the middle, but are you asking him for clarification?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see.
I guess get a small stick and draw what we can see in the camp and then have him draw the rest or show us where they might be.
Yeah. Okay, the X on the map is going to be you guys. The circles are clusters of tents. The kind of square looking thing is the guard post you guys can see, and the dashed line is anything past that you can't see at all to like confirm what he's drawing or anything, because that's just where the fog is just way too thick. In front of that you can be like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay. One of the guard posts, which is on the far side of the gourd, is raised kind of like up on top of the far wall, so you are able to see that one. And what he does is on the section that you guys can't see, Gooflick starts kind of like marking some draconic symbols. And
okay, I was just thinking about the fact. So Cespedes is the only one who can translate those, and Cespedes is the one who can't see. So there's this interesting scene where we're trying to describe what that symbol looks like.
Oh, good. Yeah, so I definitely can't show this to him then. You guys have to
I
do
thought
it.
the sun was coming up, though.
Oh, it might be,
Well,
but if it's
it's
coming up enough for us to see, then they can probably see it.
Yeah, it's coming up.
I just thought that would be...
It might be a matter of wait
chicken.
20 minutes and he'll be able to see.
And all of it in whispers, like, no, it's got a line through the middle. It looks kind of like I'm not really sure. Damn it.
And of course, it all looks like dragons of some form or other, so it's totally easy to describe.
Yeah.
It's got his tongue out. No.
No,
How
it's
far?
got 4 teeth. Four teeth are visible. 2 on the top. 2 on the top.
One horn. Which way is it pointing? Damn it.
Oh, you don't have that one. Okay.
How many claws on which foot? Does that matter to the word?
As the fog does start to clear up, you do see that while they did take this gourd to be clearly for its tactical advantages of protection, because there's clearly only one way in, one way out. They didn't bother to clear it out, so you do see a good number of 4 to 6 foot tall bushes, like full on, like not necessarily like a hedge or anything, but like
map, or the bigger
large bushes. There are berries and shit in them. You do see like some of the
we?
cultists starting to pick stuff off of them.
Okay.
And as well as other pretty large boulders.
Okay.
So moving.
Yes.
So it's not impossible to move forward under cover, just more dangerous.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you can hand me, you are the X. Okay. So this symbol that kind of looks like a K with a dot, that is where Gooflick last knows the slaves to be held. You see kind of like the 2 waves with the 2 dots. That is where that literally just says
Yes.
that means horde. So you kind of get like that's where like the treasure and shit is.
All right. The slaves were that K thing.
The kind of hump with 3 claws. Do you see it? That means nest. So you got slaves, nest, horde.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the K thing. And then
Okay. There were 4. Okay.
so then the last symbol, which kind of looks like I have no idea what I was going for with that one, but this guy, that means offering. And you're probably there was 4 symbols that he drew. So you've got slaves, offering, horde, and nest. Those are like the 4 little symbols he draws down there. And again, so the fog up here, closer to you, as the sun kind of gets to a point where now you can read it. It does start to thin, but you still kind of hit that clearing, which even though the fog has gotten thinner, it hasn't truly left that yet. You kind of get the sense that for most of the morning until the sun really starts to heat up, that fog is going to stay there. So now it's up to you to decide what you want to do. One thing I am going to have you do is, given your current location to guard tower, just because you were it kind of snuck up on you. Yeah, you do realize that you are within 300 feet of one of the guard towers. So I'm going to ask for a
Can't tell from this end.
stealth check.
You're nice. You're nice and smooth.
What I'm going to allow is, because you guys were kind of calm and quiet, and you kind of realize as the fog was rolling out, I'm going to need 1 stealth check for the group. The fog kind of which would normally give you some kind of advantage, is being taken away. The fact that immediately where you are, there's not a whole lot of where to hide.
Okay.
So who wants to roll the
Saying I
stealth?
should not
I
have
have
used
stealth
10.
4.
That's better than mine.
I rolled a 16, which is a 20.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you kind of take everyone closer to the wall, farther from it. So I'm going to redraw the X.
Are we trying to be real stealthy?
And while there aren't even like a lot of rocks near you, you are in shadow now.
Okay.
So you're a little bit of fog, shadow, a lot easier to hide.
Oh, I can.
I
can.
Tents immediately in front of you are full of black kobolds.
Yeah, exactly.
So they are the other tribe of kobolds that Gooflick is not a part of.
Well, I don't really want to fight an entire camp of bad guys.
Yeah, you guys did chase an army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I don't think I can take an army. Not single-handedly. I didn't think that sentence through.
Yeah, if you have he's sitting here going like, if I've got enough boulders, I could. And the thing is, it's kind of downhill.
Right. You can start bowling with boulders. Okay, so can I see the map again? Just
and I went ahead and just put little a B where the black ones are, an R where the red ones are, and then a C where the cultists are.
Okay. Oh, okay. And then both the quote-unquote slaves and also the sacrifice, is that what he said? Or offering? Offering are in the back, right?
Yes. Everything because you guys can see everything that's up here, he kind of marked the what is of note further back there, and Cespedes has told you that they are going in a top clockwise fashion. They are horde, nest, offering, slaves.
Okay. Well, so they're not the farthest thing away from us, but there's a lot of stuff in between. And these, you said this is in it's basically in a kind of valley or glen, like this is sunk down?
Yeah, this whole thing is sunk down.
Okay.
The one thing that's not sunk down is
this is up on all.
Yeah, that guard tower, which it's about on, like the roof of it is about on par where you guys currently are up there at the top of the hill. So I mean, it does really dip down.
Okay. And surrounding it is
walls of rock.
Okay. About how high?
Let's see.
Cloud kill would be delightful right now.
Be great. Sticks to snakes. I don't know that one.
I would say At your at where you guys currently are, there it's about 4 feet high.
Okay.
When you get down to the far back over where the nest is, which you kind of see is like the furthest point from you, it's about 25 feet high.
Okay.
And guard
might
tower
be
that's
close.
back there, it's probably about 20 feet high there.
Right. Okay. So not impossible to go around the top and scale down a wall, but probably not practical to go around the top, scale down the wall, and scale
Bring
up
people
some.
like floating disc or something to
Yeah, I don't
elevator
have that.
people up.
Tensor's floating elevator. Because as long as it's within 100 feet of you, and no one weighs more than, let's say, 300 pounds at this point,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, it's fine.
I have no plan for this.
how do you guys want to approach? What do you want to do?
Man, I can cast darkness and silence, but I don't think at the same time.
Is either of them a concentration spell?
They're both concentration.
Then
Yeah,
you
it's one or the
you can
other.
technically cast one, but you can only have one. You can technically cast them both, but only one is active at a time.
Yeah.
I can.
I can also do a minor illusion.
If we see anyone, I can command them to leave.
Yeah, I can. Like I said, I can Misty Step like twice, which is just a 30-foot teleport.
Oh, I can do pass without trace. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dex stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Well, that sounds perfect.
And it goes. It's concentration, so I can't really do anything else. But it lasts an
But
hour.
plus 10 to stealth is pretty damn good for the whole party.
Yep.
And,
It doesn't say. Well,
So one thing I've been looking for, and I haven't been able to find it. You know how in like Pathfinder and 3.5, it specifically mentions that when you stealth, you move at half speed.
yeah.
I haven't been able to find that. So until I'm told otherwise, you guys can move at your full speed. You can't run.
I mean, it makes a kind of sense. If you've been
Yeah.
trained in it, and you doesn't, yeah.
I'm willing to bet that's probably what it is. If I look under proficiencies, stealth, oh, you're proficient in it. Well, you can do this.
Yeah.
You're not proficient in it. Oh, well, you can't.
Yeah.
Whatever. In the meantime, I say we sneak in then.
Yeah.
Getting people out may be an issue.
How many can you get within
Still.
30 feet of you? Because if it's a 30-foot radius, and we'll assume each one takes up 5 foot square.
Did we have reinforcements coming, or am I crazy?
I don't think
we
so.
went out on our own, but I thought we talked to somebody about if we find. No, it was just if we find them, we need to bring them back. Never mind. Continue.
It doesn't explain why no hit showed up.
It's true.
You can fit 110 people in that radius.
Holy shit.
Yes,
Jesus.
let's do it.
And that's not including like adults carrying kids or whoever they made off with, like
Right.
halflings.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because what I did was I was like, okay, it's you are at the center and it's 30 feet to the left of you, 30 feet
Yeah.
to the right of you, 'cause it's just within 30. So I just went and I just made my little thing with you at the center, and it's like, okay,
Wow.
count the squares.
Wow, that's a lot.
That is. That should. Let's call this a plan. I'll keep. I guess you have to keep to the middle if you're going to be the one,
Yeah.
the radius of the thing, the effect. Cespedes and I'll keep to the edge, and
It doesn't interfere with dark vision or anything like that.
Right, so-
wow.
we'll just.
Do we want to wait till it gets dark again and try this so it's even better?
It's either that or we go now before it gets fully light, just in case they plan on actually
Yeah.
that offering makes me worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is my only concern.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
all right, let's do this.
I'm going to cast it. Bink.
Okay.
Spend my key point.
And it lasts for an hour, right?
An hour, yeah.
Okay, so I got to figure out distance here so we can get
I mean, I can cast again when we get there, too, if we need to, so
right. But it's one of those I got this.
I just can't burn.
Hold on, I need to math. It's one of those. Clearly, the spell was probably not meant to be used in this way, but
Yeah, well.
we're going in with the rules. So because you're roughly, because I did a quick guesstimate on math. I'm like, okay, that's roughly 600 feet, and that's not even a straight line 600 feet. That's like I avoided shit 600
Right.
feet, and 900 feet is probably more accurate. But even then, with the 600, basically,
I move 45. I can move 45 feet per turn.
I was putting it on the
I said
average.
Cespedes are low, and he's
Yeah.
30, I think.
Yeah, I was putting on average, which is 30, which is so when I put it all together, it was going to be like 120 turns or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or no, it wasn't going to be 120 turns. It was like 120 seconds And so it's like, oh, it takes 2 minutes. So it's a minute for every 300 feet. So it just to walk there and back is 6 minutes of your total time.
Wow.
How quick can you unchain people?
No shit.
Right?
No shit. I don't have anything for that.
I
If we need
don't
magical
either.
knocking or anything.
We'll see what the chains are attached to, and maybe just take them with us. Like if it comes to that, we'll figure it out.
Right, because at that point in time, they're holding the chains, and if you're a part of the target, you and your...
Right,
Yeah.
like it.
No, the chains are holding them.
Wow.
They're not willingly participating with it.
But this is one of those other things, like a lot of spells are made with certain things in mind when they're first made, but how many times have they been engineered during a game to
Oh, all the time.
break something or get out of something crazy or stacked?
I think
that later on they're like, fuck, we got to fix that.
my personal favorite, and I think this is why Shape Stone has been both nerfed and gone up in level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I used to be able to, it's like, oh, at 6th level, oh, I'm just going to encase the bad guy in stone.
Yeah.
And bury it in one turn.
That's crazy.
And it's one of those like, oh, well, what's the technical save on that?
Right.
Because it doesn't have one.
Yeah. At that point, you're an earthbender.
Right. That's what I just because like
Stomping around.
because I was thinking like because before it said cannot be made. It never said cannot be made as part of an attack.
Right.
I think even now it still doesn't say cannot
Yeah.
be made as part of an attack.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I one thing I did
So
was
if this is not supposed to happen, I'm fine with it not happening. If we've got to actually physically go up and do all that, figure out a different way, I'm fine with that. Because I don't want to break, like,
I will say at
we're
this
actually
point.
supposed to do something else.
I will say at this point in time. Okay. The mission stated to you
Yes.
was rescue people.
Right.
You have found a way in and out for, I think it was like 120-ish people.
Right.
So 116 individuals can fit inside
Yeah.
your unassumed sphere.
Okay.
Now, you're all ass to elbows inside there.
Right.
But
I mean, if we're supposed, well, I'm just, for story wise, if it's going to fuck things up, I would rather not nerf it. Because I could do darkness and we can bumble our way through and be possibly discovered because of that. But
no.
We'll figure it out
Story-wise,
when we get there.
I don't care. Here, peek behind the GM screen on this one. How you
'cause I've
get
done this
them-
before. I've done this before in games on accident, not intending to like fuck things up, but yeah, it's happened.
Yeah, I think
Made it crafted a magical device that would like it's like a chaos thing, and we were at the bottom of a tower and had to go up all the way through this tower, and I drew a door on the wall and like went to the final boss level, and like the GM was like, what the fuck? I'm like, you let me create this warping thing. If it fucks with the story, I'd rather not. But
No, I don't think this is going to fuck with the story.
okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep an extra eye on Goopflick in case we need him to get a key, or do we want to question before we start this? Like, are they chained together? Or is there a key somewhere do we need to get? Or
I don't know.
and of course we're talking over him to each other while he's standing in the middle.
At this point, I don't know.
Progress.
It's getting light. I feel like we should just go. Keep
Okay.
him next to you. If he needs to go infiltrate a camp while we're down there, we can do it then.
Okay.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
It's cool.
I point at him again. You. All right.
Let's go.
Spend my key point.
So for this, the way I want to do it is, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are effectively 6 sets of tents. So I'm going to want 6 rolls. So 2 from each of you.
Okay.
Okay.
And that will be your stealth checks getting through.
Okay. And then we'll worry about getting out when we get there.
Yep.
Right. So first one, Carradine.
It's an 18 plus 10 plus 4.
Okay. Yeah. You're
32.
32.
23.
No. So, or well, as in like you get past, and this is the hard one because that gets you past the guard
Dark
tower.
Tower, yeah. I was wondering about that.
Zell, you're next.
That is a 17.
Total.
Yes.
Okay. Because you add your stealth
Because
plus
I rolled
10.
a 3.
Oh, okay.
That is a 17.
Okay. Got a
Which means my rolls have been steadily going up. I rolled a 1 and then a 2 and now a 3.
Progress.
I can't cast minor illusion or anything because this is all
No,
concentration.
it's fine. I fucked up.
There you go.
Do you have any spells like that, or conceal
Nothing
or
that's-
distraction?
no.
or-
As you
Really?
guys are walking with this very big, big ball mentality, like we snuck right past it, that's not a problem. Zell, you do actually like stub your toe and start cussing a little bit, which causes the black kobold camp to then kind of look up over in your guys' direction. And it's like they hear something. They're trying to focus and see, but you hear one of them say something again in Draconic that you don't quite understand. Cespedes, you understand it. He's basically going, fucking Reds. And they just go back about their business. -2 to perception. So, Cespedes, I need you for the third.
23.
Nice.
Okay, and these are against these bitches. Yeah, you guys take a little more care now to watch your path, and you're able to sneak right past the first set of cultist tents. They're just kind of milling about.
This is when we need an assassin. Some poison.
Karen, you're up. You see a set of a small patrol of guards approaching. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
23.
And they continue to not notice you. You all kind of like spread yourselves out a little bit further, each taking one side. Gooflick actually just kind of like stands perfectly still, just as a kobold. Just and they just keep walking right on by. They actually do kind of like see Gooflick and just half wave and just keep going, unassuming
29.
about it.
You're fucking kidding.
4?
Yes. Yes, I literally rolled a 4. That's
rid of
an
that die.
18. I was thinking it couldn't keep rolling terribly.
That's what I think all the time.
Now watch this. No, it's 5.
Wow.
Was it really?
You need to borrow some.
Roll it 14 more times
No joke.
between now and your next roll.
And then it starts over.
So,
Reset.
Oh, it skipped one. That's an 8.
so you guys,
9.
as you're coming up,
That
you
is terrible.
Oh, it went back to the
Gotta
7
gate
that
out.
it skipped. You rolled a 1.
Try it.
Oh, there's the 17. 15.
Either way, you guys are. What you do here is you kind of pick up the speed because you see two of the a couple of the more heavily armed guys going through some morning exercises with their weapons, and so this kind of din of battle allows you to just quick foot through,
Okay.
Okay.
even though it's a mock battle. Still, all right.
You have one more chance. One more chance.
And now you guys are once again into kind of the more thicker fog.
Okay.
So for this one, it's fucking dumb, but it makes all the sense in the world. Cespedes, you're going to get advantage on this one because fog.
Oh, and we have extra advantage with the hiding in.
I don't think we have
fog or-
advantage. I think we can just hide. Like,
Okay.
we basically have hide in plain sight anytime there's foliage. Like, we don't
Light
need something to
foliage,
hide behind.
Heavy rain, fog.
Right.
kill that
falling
guy
As long
snow.
as there is those things, we can try to hide.
Okay.
Yeah.
29.
Cool.
Thank God for the advantage because I rolled a 3 on the first one.
Anyway, so yeah, with the added fog and the knowing that your mission is more or less coming to a head here, you kind of pick up the speed a little bit more and you close. And milling about, you see 4 guards kind of walking up to cooking fires, but you do see among them 8 prisoners.
Okay.
Okay.
And all the prisoners appear to have been chained to various posts around these huts. And like I said, the guards are just kind of milling about. One of them grips one of the prisoners by the back of the head and just...
Okay.
I want to kill that guy first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Since I'm concentrating.
you can still attack and stuff while
Okay.
concentrating. What'll happen is
Another check.
if something hits you, you have to make a concentration check,
Okay.
which is a con save and still in this. So
Okay.
depends on what kind of damage you take. Anyways, so... Yeah.
Okay. Since these 4
How-
guards are in
I'm ready to kill.
with the group, we need to kill them, right?
So everything's kind of spread out over
Yeah.
about 50 feet.
Yeah, but if they're wandering around the prisoners, there's some huts to break line of sight. If we can get up on these guys and kill them either one at a time or just while nobody's looking.
And you do have to remember you are in a camp. It actually says to remind them they are in a camp. Reinforcements are not far.
What is inside?
Because that's happened before.
What is inside these huts?
So you take a quick peek inside one of them, and you see just crates. Looks like some kind of vegetation's inside them. So it looks like some storage stuff in the one immediately close to you. Kind of the farther one, it actually looks like a laundry hut. And I'd say those are probably the only two with an immediate area near you that you can see.
Okay.
So, if they're dead, can they be in the concentration zone?
I just have to choose them
Right.
while they're in with 30 feet of me.
Right, but they would still if what you're asking is if we can keep them hidden by force, I don't think that's true because they would still have to roll a stealth check.
Right.
We can be quiet, but we can't force them to be quiet.
Right.
Correct.
So
All right.
we'd have to kill them silently or get them out
Oh,
of the
yeah,
way
those
some
guys,
other
yeah.
how. Yeah. The prisoners won't be a problem to keep them quiet, but we can't force the guards to be quiet. So if they're
But you could sneak up on them a lot better.
right.
This whole time.
Right.
You could just move
and
up
that's,
on them.
I think that's what we need to do. Pick one that's sort of off on its own or around the
the
side
jerk
of a hut.
is mine.
Or,
Yeah. Grapple it and kill it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kill them and drop them in the hut.
Yeah, I mean, we can hide bodies without any problem right now. We need to get gone.
Okay, I'm ready to kill.
And with you guys mentioning kill,
22.
Gooflick does take out his scimitars, and he just starts making scissoring motions.
Once they're dead, can they be hidden through the concentration?
No, but he wouldn't need to. We can just hide the bodies.
Yeah, we just
All right.
toss them in one of the huts.
So let's sneak up on somebody.
Okay. So you've got an immediate action, I would say. You've got the larger hut, which has the guy who had the jackass, and you see three slaves in there and two of the guards, one being the jackass guy. You see one guy that's just kind of by himself making a troll around the whole thing. In three of the smaller huts. Yeah, and then each of the other 5 small huts each has one captive
16.
inside them. And like I said, there are just 2 guards
He's a dead
patrolling around with 2 in the center. So are you guys going to keep together? Are you going to split your party? How do you want to do?
Stay together.
I say stay together
much
at
as
first
possible.
because if we need to get people out and get moving, we need to all be
Yeah.
in the same place to do that.
Okay. With everyone staying together and with your pass turn tray still on and active, roll another perception check. Or no, sorry, stealth check.
Everybody?
29.
Everybody.
Yeah.
22.
I'm doing math. Hang on. I rolled a 14 that time.
Plus 10, so it's 28.
Splits them
Plus
down
whatever
the
you got.
So 32.
32. Okay. So guard patrols by, and you guys have kind of set up this kill box, and he moves right into the center where you guys are ready to spring your attack. So however you want to do it. Quick.
Highest initiative, just roll initiative and go from there. Or
I mean,
You're all attacking him at the same time. And if he lives through it, I'll have you do initiative then.
okay.
Okay.
I shoot him.
With a bow?
Yes,
All right.
because it's quiet.
Yeah, Gooflick looses his crossbow bolt.
I hit him. I rolled a 19
just going to use my spear.
plus 5.
Okay, yeah. 19 plus 5 definitely hits.
I missed. I guess 11.
Yes, that misses.
16.
That hits.
Oh, he's 13 with my great sword.
I did 4 points of damage.
Cool. So
Trade me.
you shoot your arrow, which kind of hits him in the back, which causes him to turn, which his turn makes Gooflick's crossbow bolt and Carradin's spear thrust to go right past his shoulders. But he turns only to find Cespedes' greatsword coming right for his face and just thuds him down.
French.
Splits him down the middle. Thank you.
This does count as sounds of combat.
My sword's really
I don't remember
sharp.
having
It just
this problem
goes
before.
The other who seems to perk up and
Yep.
look over straight towards where you guys are. He can't CC you guys,
Right.
but he does start to move quicker, starting to cut through towards you. You have 2 rounds before he gets to you. He will arrive on the second round.
Okay.
Okay, I pulled the body of the one guard a little bit farther away.
Okay.
Are
Roll me.
we near a hut?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to drag it around behind, just so that if he doesn't, basically same kill box, only we don't want a dead guy in the middle of it.
Right. You want to reset the trap.
Yes.
Okay.
16.
Oh, very nice.
She's got him. Well, do you drag or do you lift or what do you do?
I mean, if I can lift, if that would let me lift, I will do that just because to not have drag marks. There's less physical evidence.
With a 16, what's your max strength?
You mean my carrying shit?
Or what is your strength score? Because that'll tell me what your carrying capacity is.
My max carrying is 210.
210?
Yeah.
And you've got 30-something on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not going to be able to carry this guy on your own.
Okay, I can
I
drive.
did.
Okay. Yeah, and you do. You solidly do. You drag him and just zip right around.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone else roll a quick stealth check to reset the kill box.
31.
Okay. Cespedes?
Sorry, I was looking at something on our thing, seeing how much I could carry. What am I doing?
You're rolling a stealth check so they can reset the kill box.
Thank you.
No, I can't see.
Plus 10, plus your...
Yeah, so it's a 13.
Total?
Yep.
He rolled 1.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
All right.
Too much.
So-
too
Next
much
time
blood.
I'll let you drag the body.
Round 2, because you're closer and he's got to physically move in, roll your stealth to hide.
Is a 22.
Okay. Do a quick perception for this guy as he kind of comes over to the area.
Oh, there's a dragonborn here. I was gonna say.
No. You actually see him, he kind of like stops, like again, almost in the middle of the kill box and just goes, "Oi, Chesta!" And you guys can attack again.
And I attack him with a 22.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
I assume that hits.
Yes, 22 hits.
And I got a 9.
Hold on, we're getting everybody's attack real quick.
Sorry.
I got a 25.
25?
18.
18? Okay. Gooflick got a natural 20.
Nice.
So
Oh, max damage.
everyone
So I got
roll your
max
damage.
9.
10.
I had a 13.
13? Okay.
It's pretty deadly.
This guy just...
So he walked into a Ginsu.
Let's see. Who got above a 20 total on their hit?
I did.
I did not.
I did.
Okay, so that's
of us.
3. So, yeah, Gooflick hits him in the neck, which silence and he screams he wants to do. You puncture a lung, which just immediately all the air comes out. You know, you get him solidly, like, stopping his heart with another one. And once again, Cespedes just unzips this guy. There's you can't reset this kill box anymore. It is
Yeah.
too killed.
It's fine.
Too many.
It's
Too
fine.
much.
We need to
too
move
much
on to the
blood.
other
Yeah.
2 guards in the middle.
I'll grab the what's body parts I can grab and drag it into one of the huts. What's in this hut that we're storing these bodies in? Is this the laundry
Also,
hut?
are the huts sitting on the ground or are they raised?
They're on the ground.
Okay.
And it's what's in this immediate hut is again it's a very very startled slave as you start to drag this body in because
Okay.
she went around behind the first one.
It was faster than in.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
well
you
then-
go inside the hut and
Put my finger to my lips.
it's a older man. She, okay.
How is he chained? What's going on?
He has a single chain around his neck, hooking him up to a post, and he kind of has the full walk of the hut.
Okay. How is the chain attached to the post?
There is a ring just kind of driven into the post itself.
Okay.
And there is a single lock around his neck.
Okay.
I don't have any tools.
Am I strong enough to rip it out of the
Nor
post?
do I.
You are most certainly
Okay.
strong enough to try.
I think our best bet is to pull it out of the post because I don't think any of us have any kind of unless I look at what's his face. Do you know Locks?
I rolled in. We probably should have stepped
I
outside.
know. I want to wait and see what happens because he's already trying this. So
I rolled a 20.
you roll a 20.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to look that up here in just a
Is the,
sec.
is the post supporting the
I would say
tent?
because if
Yes, yes,
if,
it is.
If the whole if the
Then
whole
I'm going
hut
to go over and
comes
hold
down-
the post so it doesn't.
You ask Gooflick if he knows locks, and he produces thieves' tools. Then he also walks over to the guard and pulls a key off a belt.
Oh,
Fantastic.
But
Now
while
we
he
get
was
to hope that oh crap.
so you roll a 20 with a very audible cracking sound. You do rip the ring out of the post because it was just driven in there with like a hammer or something like that. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. The you do hear from outside again that whole gargoyle. Huh? Hey, come on! I heard a noise.
Step to one side of doorway.
I concentrate on the guy we just freed, and I say, "Be quiet."
Okay, he kind of like holds his
Chains.
chain.
And I prepare the spear for the entranceway.
Okay.
I'm the gatekeeper.
A moment or two later, you do hear one of the guards go, "Oh God, it's a mess! We gotta kill her!" And you start hearing quick movements going away
We gotta kill her.
because you guys have blood all over that scene outside.
So they think
We probably should have stepped outside.
Well, then I step out of the hut and shoot somebody in the back.
Okay. Roll your attack. Gooflick takes a key from you and does that as well. Oh, fuck, Gooflick. Goddamn.
Natural 20.
Okay. Roll your damage.
I'm going to throw my spear if I can.
All right.
Ooh, nice. 23.
Oh, I still only did 9 points of damage.
Ooh. 12 points of damage.
Okay. So your spear, as you kind of like pop out and throw, hits, driving one of them down to the ground. You and Gooflick both loose your arrows and bolts at the same one and just hit him twice in the back, and he goes down.
Okay.
They dead.
All right. I'll go over and grab him and drag him.
Yeah, get him out of. Yeah. All right. And now immediately grab a ring of keys and go find a hut.
Is there any water in this shed, or
In
is
this
there-
one,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
As you're going through them, you do find one of them being like I said, like a wash hut, and that
Right.
one has water, and that's the one that was kind of like big in the middle that
Okay.
had the guy got his face shoved in.
I guess before we move too far along, is there any way we can just cover our tracks a little bit, cover up some of the blood with other dirt so it doesn't look so obviously gory, I guess?
Yeah, between the water in the wash hut and
Okay.
this, and I mean, this probably took 10 minutes
Okay.
of your time.
Okay.
So you've got, let's see, that'd be 13. So you have 47
Okay.
to get out.
All right.
Okay.
And I'll have, while we're doing this, tell Gooflick to unlock the guy's neck chain or whatever it is.
He Gooflick.
I call him Keymaster.
I'm the gatekeeper.
Gooflick the Keymaster.
He just snaps his feet like, I like it. He takes the keys. He starts to pull it down, and at first it looked like he was going to try to climb the guy. But the guy, being so old, ends up kind of like leaning forward quickly and abruptly, and it kind of startles you.
Go behind the hut.
Master. And starts on-
Like he's holding up, like the key is like in that moment of, it's like it was a dagger, except it's a key, and then it's.
Yep.
Okay.
And he does. He starts collecting all the key rings. And he puts all the keys onto one key ring.
Nice.
Like earlier, they took a knife here from the village up to some
which
statue.
he gets a real raised eyebrow. No interruption, just a real raised eyebrow.
He all of a sudden realizing what he said,
Yeah, right.
and realizing he's like, I mean, I like him.
Go on.
There's a statue we saw, some kind of like weird altar.
Do we want to leave the prisoners alone for a second? Get them all gathered and unchained while we go
Yeah, I don't
figure out
think-
what's going on with that?
Yes.
And then we can come back and get these guys on the way out?
Yeah.
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 All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to need a stealth check because there is a group of huts, and the symbol for offering is kind of you kind of get the feeling that it's out in kind of like the middle-ish
Okay.
of.
That is a 28, an 18. Sorry.
It's still
I
plus
got
10, isn't it?
Another.
Yes.
Yeah, still plus 10.
Plus 10 plus your normal stealth.
I got another
30
22.
something.
22.
I got-
No, I only rolled an 8, so I got a 22.
I got 28.
22. Okay.
I like how Cespedes is being the stealthiest of all.
I know.
Like
Yes.
this whole adventure.
He's the biggest. Like,
Pair of wood elves. No.
No.
The Dragonborn.
tripping over
The
shit.
Dragonborn Paladin.
Right. Full armor and shield and. Guys, why are you making so much
He knows how to
noise?
move.
I wrapped everything
Well, he's got
in
those
cloth.
scales. He's used to keeping those quiet.
I wrapped it all in cloth.
Yeah.
He's got a big cloak on.
So you guys you find your way through the fog over to because you're not really able to see more than 20 feet
Right.
away from you at this
Okay.
point because it's still very early, very thick. You're probably a good hour to 2 hours away before the fog down here would be dissipating.
I say we're
This is-
low, so it's.
And
This is the part directly underneath the other watchtower, correct?
God,
Is it the
no,
symbol?
not directly underneath it.
Oh, it's the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
we were. This is hut.
Oh,
this is where we're headed.
I thought the little paw
Right?
thing was the
No,
was
this
the
was
slaves.
camp.
No, that was Nest.
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 That's what I meant. Those were. But this is not where we are, right? That's where we were.
Yeah, you were over by the K.
Okay.
You're now heading towards the house.
Okay. Okay. I was on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are you're moving in, and as you get further down, it does actually start to drop noticeably in temperature.
Okay.
To where you do feel that like pre-dawn chill again once down here, and the as you start to, and as further you get down, it does start to get a little bit darker and darker. Not quite night, but with the shadows from the gorge coming up and around, the sun has not even began to warm even the fog down around here.
That was not my character laughing. That was me remembering that my character isn't wearing a shirt.
We've all gotten used to it.
I know. That was my moment of my own
There's
juvenile
hard nips all around
yeah,
at this point.
Anyway.
Hard
sorry.
tips, you know.
Yep.
Chest bump somebody. It's now an attack. Like 1 point non-lethal piercing damage. So as you guys get down and you do, it kind of like slowly appears out of the fog. You see this kind of pillar rising up, and from the top of it, 5 figureheads seem to spread out from it. And at the base of it, you do see, and this thing goes up probably a good 15 feet, probably to the zenith of the middle head.
I have just a 2.
You also see that around the base of it, there are just piles of dishes, some silver, gold, nothing in a chest, a few
Carrying.
polished weapons, and tied to the base of this, you do see one half-elf male, about middle age, and the only reason he is vertical is because his arms are chained above his head. He is just beaten and broken.
Okay. He's going to have to be carried.
Mm-hmm. And we got to get the chains off. Did we bring the keymaster?
Yes.
Keymaster! Okay. Good. Are there any guards currently nearby?
I think they're going to kill you.
No, but what you kind of get the feeling is you're on a little bit of a timer because
Right.
you kind of went through one round of
Patrol.
no, not patrol, but you kind of get the feeling from where you are. This would be like the center of camp, almost like
Right.
parade grounds,
Right.
and the only and the fog is the only reason why you're not surrounded.
Right.
You're at.
No, hurrying is a thing. Let's scurry up. Somebody keep him quiet.
Is there
Somebody try to
anything we
unchain
can
him.
leave in its place to look like him, or look like from a distance if they're not paying attention that something is there?
I didn't think to bring a dead body with me either.
I have a bedroll.
Pick up a bowl, wrap it in a blanket,
I'll
make it
use
a
the
head, and
bedroll.
quick,
Yeah.
make a dude.
Okay. Oh, what ability do I want that to be? Because deception.
Yeah.
I have a 2 in deception.
I have a 3.
I have just a 2.
Ooh, okay. You have this idea, and then I'm like, hang on, I got this. I'm gonna use a different die, just for the record.
Can I help? Can I assist?
Yes, you can assist. The keymaster is going to work to unshackle the guy.
Right.
Okay. Cespedes, you
Cespedes.
grab
Cespedes,
him.
you need to, yeah.
Carry him. Got it.
And the
Catch him so he doesn't roll down the offering.
Gooflick does actually have to climb up to get up to where this guy's arms are being held, and he does just climb up the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And as he does, he starts to stir and just like,
It's okay. It's okay.
"You shouldn't be here."
Yeah, we know.
No, I need to stay.
You're crazy.
You've learned enough.
Yes, but not for these reasons.
I'm still trying to make a little halfling out of a blanket. And a
Half elf.
Half elf. That's fine.
No, I'm learning about their attacks. I need to stay and learn.
I think they're going to
quiet.
kill you.
Yeah.
Keymaster undoes one lock, leans down, like kind of cradles the guy's head and just pats his neck. Goes back to start working on the second lock.
So does his help give me advantage?
Yes, his help will give you advantage. Anyone help, proficient or not,
Nice.
gives you advantage.
Ah! All right. I got a 21.
Okay, yeah. Between the bedroll and some of the stuff that's around,
Yeah.
you're able to get like his size. You're able to get his silhouette.
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Shove it back in a cuff. And
Yeah, you were inspired by a
I was going to
derogatory
say, I wouldn't have thought of it except for that
This is
guy.
quite nice.
Yeah.
You should go in. You should do this more often.
You know what? I think I might.
Sculpture.
You get out like a little piece of ink and you actually put a smiley face on it.
I'm very pleased with myself.
And you just write, "Have a nice day."
All right. And I concentrate on him and I said, let's go.
Okay. He is barely able to stay conscious with Cespedes' assistance, though he is able to hobble, and he does a show like, "Ugh."
Make the old man help him.
Yeah, he'll accept whatever help he gets, and he doesn't resist leaving. But the whole time he's like, "No, I have to stay."
Yeah, I don't have
We have to
anything
get
good.
you out. You know too much.
That's how I know I have to stay.
We have to get you back so you can tell them.
But I haven't learned everything yet.
Right, but your students are waiting for you.
You've learned enough.
And you're basically just going to have this circle argument with
Right,
him. So,
the whole- yeah, I figured.
So I got to recalculate this because the slaves move a lot slower because they've all been beaten and they
Right.
were
Right.
ran ragged to get
Right.
here. So that was
It's going to take us a lot longer to get out, which is why we needed to move fast.
And probably to get home or wherever.
21.
To
We at least need to get,
hide them in the forest for a little bit.
because we're not going to be able to run very far, which means we need to get to someplace we can defend and make sure we
Yeah.
aren't followed, and lay
Well,
low for a while.
they won't be able to track us, so we need to get them to a place, then stop, and then
Yeah.
So it took probably. Okay, so total between having to get to this guy, get him down,
Right.
make the thing, put it back into place, start walking.
Which I'm still delighted about. Like, that was fun.
yeah.
Okay.
This whole thing got
Is
better.
there? Are there
One
big
last ditch thing.
swords?
Did you want to take a look at anything that was down there at the offering tables, or did you just want to go?
I wouldn't mind picking up some of that gold.
I mean, as long as I'm picking it over for aesthetic,
Yeah,
elf
I'll take-
shape, did
I'll
I
take
notice
that one and keep
anything?
Yeah, there's
Any gems?
There are
Anything
there are
little and
gems,
pocketable.
there are bows, there are swords, spears.
Do you have any magic vision?
I don't.
Detect magic?
I don't have any detect magic.
I
I would have if there
I
was
think-
a pretty bow.
Do you have
I would
detect magic?
I think
picked
I
up a pretty
do.
bow.
Do it!
I think I do. Hang on.
Quiet.
Damn paladins running around with
I know,
magic
right?
magic peepers.
Waste a
Oh, I
spell
do.
slot on that.
Divine sense.
That just gets evil.
Celestial fiend. And we're what, level 3?
Oh yeah, level 3 is.
Yeah, that just detects.
It's your
evil.
spell casting. It'd be a spell if you picked it.
Yeah, without any. If he doesn't have that, I would have. If there was a very nice looking bow, I would have picked that up along with a couple of shiny things I could put in my pocket and called it good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have anything good. I'm gonna.
I don't either.
You see, once the keymaster has finished, he starts rummaging through things, and you see him like stick his hand deep inside the pile and then pull out a dagger. Quick perception check.
Everybody or just...
Yeah, anybody. Because he's not necessarily making a show of this, but he's also not hiding it.
We're stealing from
13,
Tiamat.
21.
It's fine.
Also 21.
Okay, those are the 21s. His eyes were originally
not
yellow.
have a
Now they
helmet.
seem to be glowing blue.
Very interesting.
Weird.
And he does. He just starts like picking up
bummer.
random items. He picks up like some kind of like leather case,
don't
shoves that into a bag. Just Gerflix, Gerflix, Gerflix. He just starts. He just saying that over and over again until you guys until you guys say we're leaving.
Okay.
Is there?
Pause until he picks up his fill.
Are there any nice, really big swords?
Yeah, there's 2 different great swords.
Oh, I'll take them.
One of them Gooflick's trying to lift up, but it's too big for him.
Yeah, I'll take.
Grab that
I'll
one,
take
then.
that one and keep it.
I say yeah. If there's a whatever kind of bow looks pretty and nice and
Yeah. There is. Yeah. Everything here seems to be of much nicer, more immaculate make. And one thing that Cespedes,
that's
you are
so bad.
very aware of, this is a statue of Tiamat, and these are clearly offerings to her.
so you should feel good about stealing them from
Yeah.
her.
Oh, I do.
I ask Gooflick
Gerflick.
magic bows, magic spears, and I point to the horde pile.
Okay.
I
He nods.
shrug.
He nods and just kind of gestures.
Okay then. Pick
Then
up.
look for anything, yeah.
Like I said,
All of my stuff.
I pick up a shiny bow and
Darts, spears, bows.
maybe a shiny longsword and
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be a good idea.
Yeah. There's
I'm gonna.
no whole sets of armor, but there are a few pieces.
fuck the armor. I have to resist the urge to kick it aside. I'm like, "Shit, nope, that'll make noise. Damn it.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'll look for darts and long bows and spears and a long sword because I don't have one of those.
I'll take that other great sword just in case it's better than the other one.
Okay. All right. So yeah, and you guys just kind of like get the bad influence from Gooflick to all of a sudden steal, but you're stealing from thieves and murderers.
Right. No, I think
So-
it's fine.
Stealing from Tiamat. It's fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there a helmet? I do not
Yes.
have a helmet.
Yes, there are helmets, though not necessarily ones that you think would cover your head.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
They all seem to be humanish in shape.
Okay, then I don't take that.
Yeah, I don't need any armor.
Yep, I'm looking for a sword, a bow, and any small shiny gems I can find.
Yeah.
Yeah, gems too.
So yeah, and everything seems to be either metallic or rocks. There's no leather armor. There are no leather gauntlets.
Okay.
Any rings?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab a couple rings. I have no idea. My perception wasn't very good, so and that's it.
We load up and
Yeah.
move out.
Okay. Yeah.
Chink, chink, chink.
Okay. So I'm going to need.
Go ahead.
I'm going to need 8 stealth checks.
Okay.
The first 3 will have advantage because you're still in the fog.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So 1 round,
Yeah, everyone does 1.
18.
you have advantage because we're still in the fog.
That's what with whatever. What's the fog? Another 4, 2.
No,
You-
advantage means you roll twice and take the higher.
I will do that then.
32.
Good thing we have
Good
advantage.
God! I will take my first roll then.
Oh, did you also roll a 1 for
A
your
4
second roll?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I rolled the 16
So
and a 1,
18.
though, so that's not so bad.
Okay,
I got a
18.
30 even.
30 even, 18 total.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's possible for them to see an 18. No. Okay, so you guys make it through the fog. You probably have about, after taking a few minutes to dig through the treasure, so you had 30, probably took about 10 minutes doing that, so now you're down to 20. Still plenty of time, just kind of keeping...
Planning on
32.
casting it again when we get everyone organized before we head out.
Oh, so you do a fresh cast.
Yeah. I'll wait.
Then you're back up to an hour.
I'll wait.
Um,
wait. I'll wait till we get everybody.
This
Yeah.
is us on the way out with everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, this is you on
Yeah.
the way out.
Oh,
with
I thought we
everybody.
had to get back to them and start freeing them.
We kind of did that.
Yeah, you had
Okay.
already freed them.
Okay.
And then you went to go get this guy.
Okay.
And...
Then I will do that. I'll
Yeah.
just spend another key point.
Okay. So then you guys so now you guys have started to breach the fog, and you can see that again no one's lighting campfires anymore. People are actually sitting down starting to eat. There are a few more cultist patrols going out to the kobold sections.
Okay.
They seem to be stirring up some kind of trouble in those areas, or quelling trouble. You're not sure which. Given the way the chicken worked the last time.
I'd believe it either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to need another round.
Okay.
So
These-
starting with Carradine.
Do
That's
not have
better.
advantage?
These do not have advantage.
Okay.
30. Oh, they do not. Then sorry.
I'm taking the 30 was the first number you said.
22.
22. That's possible. Okay.
23.
23. That's also. Okay. Last 2. So this is to get past the black camp.
Okay. That is a
Nobody can
17.
see us.
Of course, my dice is like, I'm done. Retired for the night.
The cultists who are there at the black camp are actively shouting and kicking at the kobolds, which is again pretty good because this time one of the slaves stumbled and their chains kind of fell all around them. And again, there's kind of a pause, and some of them kind of look over, but they're so distracted with arguing with the cultists that they're just not quite able to. That -2 to perception.
Yeah.
I rolled the last one and I got a 32.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, and with that, you're able to get right past the guard post. Mary, give me one more just to get you guys a little bit further away.
18.
Okay. Yeah, and no one's really looking at you here. So with that, you guys are able to leave the camp, get a little bit further away, and now you're at probably a good space where if you need to, you could start
Rest.
putting people up onto horses or rest, or you maybe not necessarily rest.
Okay. Because I could cast it again and we can move another out. An hour out.
It's
somewhere.
probably a.
Oh, you still have your hour of
Okay.
movement. Like that took you 4.5 minutes
Okay.
of your hour, so you have 50 plus minutes.
Okay.
Then, yeah, let's get the
Then I can
worst
cast it
wounded
again
and the
if I need
littlest
to.
ones up on the. Because
Yeah.
we've got 3 horses. Wait, we
Yes.
have more than that. Didn't we steal somebody else's horses? Am I crazy? Was that a different time?
You had to re-kidnap your horses because they were running wild.
That's
what
what
it
we had to
was.
do. Okay,
That's what it was.
I knew there was something. Anyway, that's fine. We
Yeah,
still have,
you
we
have-
have 3 horses, and we walk faster with, not really without them, but we
Right.
faster
Yeah.
than other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, putting the horses, you guys can now move at your full. At this point, the ones that are the least beaten and bruised, they're actually able to make the double move too.
Okay.
So you're at the 60 feet around.
We're just going to go on the road, so it's a faster move anyway.
Nobody can see us.
Yeah.
No accidents, no tripping and losing
Yeah.
people. Or,
So you get your hour away and you're fine.
okay. I'm going to do it one more time to
I
get
say
another
if
hour
we
out.
can keep moving, because by now it's probably light enough that they
Right.
may have noticed something's wrong.
Right.
If we can keep moving, the longer we can keep moving, the better chance we have of
Right.
staying
And you
ahead
have to
of them.
remember, it did take you a few days to get here.
Right.
Right.
I just want to make sure that if they spread out, they don't see
Right.
any tracks for a while.
Right.
At least
Right.
a couple
Get 'em
hours.
halfway there.
Okay.
That's-
Yeah, so you
that's
get your
the passive
you get your
phase.
second hour.
And before it's up, like the last 15 minutes, I guess we'll get off the road and go 15 minutes either one direction or another just to land somewhere where we're not leaving tracks moving off. Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to do that.
Get there and rest, and I think it's a short rest, and I get my key points back, which means we can keep doing this for a while if we need to, I guess.
And the horses are fine, so moving Carradine. Here you go.
Short or a long rest.
Yeah, so short rest, you can get them back. So
Okay.
there is a limit to the number of short rests you can do in a day.
Okay.
But I mean, like, this would be your first short rest.
Okay.
Right. And I'm not down any spells or anything, so
Okay.
Yeah, and I'd say the.
Are we doing a short rest right now?
There are like
that
there's
what's
like the
going
two old guys and the half elf who got the shit kicked out of him.
Do we need to heal anybody up, the half elf or anything? Would that make him more lucid or
Long rest.
It would
Okay,
probably make
so-
him more
okay.
lucid.
What's up? Can you spare one?
Yeah.
At least get him up and running a little bit.
I can give him 2, 3, 4, 5. How much will help? Right.
Any that you can give will help. Let me find.
I don't.
He doesn't have a stat block here. Okay.
I don't want to fill him up.
He's probably got like 10 hit points, so we'll say he's at 1 of 10.
All right. I'll give him 4. Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'll get him halfway there.
Yeah. So,
Sure.
and with that, again, a bunch of his wounds healed and closed, and his when you heal him, he actually has this big sneeze, and this clump of dirt and blood just shoots out of his nose. Then all of a sudden, where before he was kind of having this stuffy, nasally, he's
Okay,
now
so
able to
I
breathe
couldn't-
clearly again. And he does. And these are the first words he's spoken since you guys have left the camp. He just goes, "Thank you."
You're welcome.
And with that, he gets kind of a glower on his face and goes back to just leaning over on the horse.
Well, I guess we'll.
Are we doing a short rest right now? Is that what's going on?
You healed him. You gave him a short
Well, then,
rest.
If that's so, during that rest,
Yeah, you can prepare. So what do you mean by prepare spell? Out of curiosity, because in this game it means kind of a couple of things.
I have 4 spells prepared to use.
Yes, you prepare those at the end of every long rest.
Long rest. Okay. Okay.
And at any short rest, you can then re-prepare them. So what you know, so you as a paladin know
Yeah.
all level 1 paladin spells, but you can only prepare 4 of them.
Right.
So during a short rest, you can go,
Yeah, I
okay,
have it.
I don't want command. Instead, I want true strike or something like
Yeah.
that.
So I wanted to do detect magic and see if anything we picked up had magic.
Okay.
But I didn't have it prepared before.
I guess once the short rest is over, get up and take off again. And do that for another couple hours. A couple more hours, I should say. Get back on the road and
yeah.
go as fast as
So
we can.
you guys, and you're able to do this, and you get, I would say you're able to cycle this about 8 hours before, so now you've gone like the full day, and people are just like, we need a rest.
I guess do the same thing the last half hour. Pull off the road and try and find a good place to set up camp that's not going to be seen easily. And
right, something that we can set up
Defend.
watches and defend.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check, and then you roll me the survival check.
that is a 22 without the plus 10.
Okay. So 32 then.
Yeah.
I got a 17 survival.
Okay. And yeah, the whole group is able to move very quietly through. You find kind of a small clearing of trees. It's maybe 10 feet in diameter. So you're all kind of stacked up on top of each other, but you would be able to light a small fire and
Not have it seen.
not have it be seen.
Okay.
Sounds
Then
good.
we do that.
Gooflick, actually, when you guys all sit down, one of the things he goes into his bag and he pulls out a small horn and he tips it over onto his hand, and just some nuts and berries come out, starts eating it.
What?
Do we...
Did you just get that?
Gooflicks
Yes. Would you be willing to share?
pours it again, and some nuts and berries just come stumbling out of the horn.
I mean, I did give you gin.
It's a magic nut berry horn.
As far as you know, because every time you look in it, it's empty. But every time he tilts it over, nuts and berries come out.
Is it expending magic to do this, or is it... I have no idea.
I don't know what it is. I can also try to, use my wood elfiness and go see if I can't kill something
That's
to
what I was going to
cook
do,
for
some
dinner.
hunting.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could totally go. So it's just a survival check for hunting.
that's kind of what I figured.
I have 4.
I also have 4. I think I feel there's no point like that we can't. There's
Yeah,
no reason we both can't go out.
I rolled
Right, I was
see
going to
what
go
we
with
find.
you and give you advantage.
Oh,
You rolled a 23?
Yeah.
Okay. You found and killed a boar.
okay.
I get the back.
Yeah.
I got a 23 as well.
I get. The,
I failed,
I get
but
the
that's fine.
hump. I get the rump. I'm eating
Okay.
it raw.
Yeah.
I rolled a 23 as well. I'm going to try and get a deer or something and take it back to feed everybody.
Yeah, between his boar, your deer, there's more than enough.
You-
Gooflick runs up to Cespedes with his horn and starts like pouring into your hand like a big handful as he then like takes a knife and tries to start cutting up some of the boar. He's not asking, he's just doing this.
That's funny.
You didn't think anyone could breathe in nuts and berries, but lo and behold, they start choking. Like, no, they're actually like choking. Does anybody know the Heimlich maneuver?
Medicine.
What is that? A medicine?
Yeah, medicine.
mean-
Plus 4.
I could try, but I'm not good at it.
17.
I think you got this.
Yeah, you get up behind him and just hock him, and just a little clump of nuts and berries does come out, and she starts coughing very hard. And she's like, "Thank you. It had been a day since I had eaten when I was last in the village."
Yep. Okay. Does anybody have a pot or anything? Did anyone think to bring anything? I do not have anything like that. I took adventuring kits. Oh, mess kit. Yeah. Try to make some sort of stew out of whatever we have
So,
and use some nuts and berries and.
A mess kit, just so you know, is like a single serving.
Okay.
So it's a very, very small pot. One of the things Gooflick grabbed. He sets it on the ground, not even next to the fire, and you see smoke start rise out of it. As he does, he pours in the nuts, the berries, and he takes that horn and he pours it over, and water starts filling out into it, and it does start to heat and boil. And
Where did you get the iron pot from?
Gooflex. Like it's cooking, and he hugs the outside of it.
Put some deer meat in it and some deer fat. Get it all good and gooey.
Yeah, no, and you're easily able to make enough stew. You can take the boar, and since the fire's available, you can put it over that to slow roast it. And
Yep. Do that.
like this is like alternately like one of the worst and best experiences of these slaves' lives, because they never eat this good.
Right.
And like you see Gooflick like stir and like take a sip. He thinks, he grabs the little horn, dips out, and like salt appears, and he casts it over, and some pepper. And so you guys are able to make the pots, or make the stew, and once it's all done, Gooflick takes the pot and he puts it back inside the bag, and it just goes all the way down in.
Nice. Okay. Everybody's fed up pretty good. Plenty
Yeah,
of food?
yeah. There you
Roast
had a
the rest of the deer.
You had a whole deer and a whole boar. I mean, everyone had enough for thirds.
Okay.
And then you still had a deer left over.
Yep. Okay. I guess.
Gooflick, while no one is looking, actually goes and starts to cut out the tusks around the boar. Just kind of looking around.
These are just keep.
I'm pretty
do
sure
that.
he cooked it so he can keep it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, like, he rolled really bad on his stealth check, but you could tell he's like he's actively like trying to hide it, and just slips it right into the bag and just casually walks away.
I pat him on the head while he's doing it.
Reflex.
I guess rest.
Yeah,
then?
rest and
Let
yeah.
everyone get a good 8 hours, and we'll stay.
Yeah, we can
do
take
watch.
turns doing watch and then get going in the morning.
I was mathing.
I'll do the first 4.
Okay, I'll take the second. Wake me up when you're done. Or just poke me in. I won't be asleep if I don't do that.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so you take your watch. Nothing really eventful happens. You swap out. Next watch comes again. Nothing greatly eventful. The next day, now with everyone's able to get around a breakfast, Gooflick makes oatmeal.
It's very impressive. Wouldn't have thought that he knew what an oat was, much less what to do with it.
Oh yeah, no, he makes it. It's got berries in it too. Like it's blueberry oatmeal. Gooflick's become a little chef.
There you go.
And he's got Hermione's bag.
Yeah.
This is not the first game I've been in where we had a kobold chef.
You know, I wasn't trying to, but I was trying to. But yeah, this isn't the first game for that either. And it's just one of those, like, he's just like, I'm just thinking like, oh, what's like a bunch of stuff that everyone wishes they had that was convenient.
Yeah.
He's just gonna have it. Oh, it's all got to be made of metal though, because of these reasons that I said. Okay, well, in that case, self-eating pot.
All right.
All right, get everybody up on the horses.
Mm-hmm.
I guess did you want to heal everybody else before you went to bed for your full night rest?
Oh yeah, that
Burn
would've
them all
been
up.
good.
Everyone else only had like 1 or 2 points, and going to sleep would have healed them. The only person who would have needed assistance would have been the half elf.
Okay. All right. And the horses were all fine and everything. There was nothing left over from them getting attacked the night before, 2 nights ago.
I thought Cespedes had only healed his halfway because he was tired of it being a bitch.
Essentially, yes, but at the same point in time,
But
again, you rest and the horse gets
Yeah.
healed up. And he had already hit it with magic healing, so
Okay.
the real damages were done. It was just kind of like
Okay.
It's just being
the
a
exhaustion
little-
left over from the
yeah.
All right.
Just needed to suck it up and be a good horse.
It had gotten shot and abandoned and then shot again. And then it still let you come up to it.
Yep. All right.
Let's head back.
Yep.
Some more.
Do the same thing. Get out to the road and
Make the best time we can.
Yep.
Take off one of the key points.
So, yeah, be stealthy on the way to the road, and then
I'll cast it before we head out.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast the spell before we leave the camp, so we're not leaving a trail of anything anywhere.
Okay. And so you guys are able to,
Put out the fire, put water on it,
Yeah.
and everything, so it doesn't smolder or give us away.
yeah, so you guys are able to do that, and you get on the road and you start riding, and now Gooflick's on a wolf. He holds a finger up to his mouth again and goes, Gooflicks.
does it look like it wants to eat anybody?
No, it's got a saddle.
All right then, I ignore it. I pet it on the head as well as Gooflick.
Have you ever, like, pet a wired brush?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't actually feel like fur.
I'm gonna look over to Carrot and out of Gooflick's earshot and say, "I think we need to take his magic items."
Let's try not to for now. Wait till he does something bad. If he fucks up, yes, but he's doing okay right now. Deal.
So you guys end up so you're walking and he's now riding and he is just so proud. So proud.
That's funny.
And so he gets to the so you guys get to you get through your day. For each hour, I'm going to need you to basically each casting, I need 1 stealth check.
From everybody or just one?
It is
Just him.
15,
All right.
18, 20, 21.
Okay. Yeah, so that's your first hour. And I'm guessing like 3 hours per short rest.
Yes. 3. So that was a 2, 12, 16 for the second one. 15 for the third one. Good God. I'm sorry, that was a 19. The last 2 are 19s.
Oh,
So I
last
have
year
a
both
plus
19s?
4 for stealth. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you get there.
So
and
was it 20, 19, 19, 19? Nothing great.
okay. So that's gets you. So that's time. So okay. Fuck. I'll call enough because I don't want you to be sitting here literally.
That's
I'm
all right.
just rolling all day. Yes. Yeah, so you do.
That was
You
a
get through
4.
this.
I'll do 5. Oh, that's a natch 20 on
Okay.
5 and a 24 on the last set.
Okay.
That's 6 hours.
Yes, that's 6. You're taking your next short rest, and off in the distance, you guys hear heavy footsteps. Multiple things, and so you hear the snarling and hissing and heavy footsteps, and all of it's moving very quickly. But and you can't see
Right.
the source, but it's coming a good
behind us.
deal west of you.
Oh.
So you guys at this point in time have started heading northwest because that's how you'd be getting back to Greenest.
Okay.
And this is just almost west of you.
Okay. Like they're coming in a direct line, cutting through the forest and everything.
Roll me a perception.
Can anybody do that perception? Or
Anyone can do the perception.
That's
'cause
an
you-
8.
we're consulting. Well, I rolled an 8, which gives me a 12.
I rolled a 20, which gives me a 22.
Well, there
Okay.
you go.
There you go.
Cespedes, you know that it's clearly men and most likely those large Drake-looking things, and they are moving not necessarily in a straight line towards you, but they are coming a little bit closer and seem to be going more north. So eventually they would cross the path that you guys want to cross.
Okay. I relay that information. And then can the drakes, if we're in the concentration is, the hiding spell, can they see us?
Anyone has the ability to see you. They just can't track you via magic. Like they can't scry onto you.
They can only be tracked. We can only be tracked by magical means.
Only be tracked by magical means. Okay, yeah. So they.
Oh wait, no. We can't be tracked except by magical means. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So except by magical means. So it's like So things like scent and footprints, those are all gone, and they don't see those. But I mean, they don't know how you guys are hiding, so they're.
Right.
And also, if we get within visual range, they have a chance to see us. The spell, in perception range, just makes us harder to spot. Doesn't make us invisible.
Right.
Right.
Well, let's just keep going and hope they don't find us.
Yeah, if
Try and
nothing,
outpace them.
Outpace them if we can. Go around them if we can't. Like if they're trying to get in our way, we can always take it a little farther to the outskirts.
Yeah.
If they fan out, we can kill some to get through. All we got to do is get to the town.
We're eventually heading north. Is that where we're going?
Right.
Yeah, it's they're west of us, going straight up, and we have to go this way. Is that what's happening?
Not quite. So they're west of you. If you're over here, you're kind of going northwest.
Right.
They are west of you, kind of heading in northeastern.
No, well, okay. So either way.
Yeah. So eventually,
happen.
yeah. Either way, you guys will
We'll either cross over.
will cross over.
Right. Yeah, I say we just keep going. If we run into them, we try to
Figure
go
it out.
around, or if they spread out to try to catch us, we go through.
But they're not being stealthy. It doesn't
Right.
sound like.
So
No, they're
I have a feeling they're hurrying to try to get in front of us.
I think we'll be fine. I mean, Gooflick came up with a saddled wolf out of nothing.
Yeah.
We'll be
It's
fine.
great. Let's go.
Yeah.
I pat Gooflick on the head again.
he is very proud.
Yes.
Since you guys have rested, the wolf is gone. When you guys pick back up, you see him reach into his bag. He pulls out a little wolf figurine, sets it on the ground. It grows, and he mounts up onto it.
So he gets on his wolf.
There we
We
go.
all take off. Yep. Mm-hmm. Then I'll try to push this as much as I can. Go as far as I can with
Okay.
short rests.
Yeah, and that's the thing is it just takes that much time for you to get your key back, and which is roughly an hour. So
Okay. I was gonna say. Does it ever say how many you can take in a day?
I think it says somewhere. I think it's something like 2. So
I don't want to abuse it either.
yeah, effectively your 3 plus the 2 short rests gives you. I was looking at basically like you get 9 hours of the stealth because it's 3 in the morning short rest, 3 short rest, 3 long rest. Which then when you throw in the two short rests a day, that's effectively 11 hours. That's most of sunup anyways.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess like if you could get more, you could go more in the night, but
But most of these people can't see. So.
Right.
so yeah. So effectively at this point in time, you are moving at max what the day can handle.
Okay. We go.
All right.
go.
Yeah, so you go, and you are just kind of like very aware of the group next to you. They seem to be matching pace with you for that first 3 hours, but then when you guys stop to do that short rest, you can hear them continuing to move on.
Right.
Okay.
Do we want to keep everybody together just to be safe? I don't want to lose half the people if they get out ahead and without cover.
He's talking about the bad guys.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I'm talking about bad
okay,
guys.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to gain some ground on us while we wait, but it's fine. Again, either we'll go around them or we'll go through them.
Yeah.
So
So do you have to spend one or more hit dice at the end of a short rest up to the character's maximum number of hit dice?
if you want to use those to heal during
Okay.
a short rest.
Or is that the mechanism to keep you from taking too many rests?
That's part of the mechanism.
You know, because I'd only have 3, and that would be it for the day.
Right. That's part of it. And then somewhere I could have sworn they said like the max number of short rests you can take. Though I think that was in an Arcana magazine that they
Right.
published when they realized people were fighting and then taking a short rest and then fighting and then taking a short rest.
Right. Okay.
Because if you have a bard in your party, you can take a short rest and everyone would get a d6 plus their hit die back. So for most classes, that's 2 hit die right there.
Well, and Warlock recharges his spells after every short rest, so
Right,
that
so
could
it was
be
literally
all
like-
day long.
So it was just like a party of bards and warlocks.
Right.
Blow load, rest, blow load.
I guess pick up and do another. Do I need to roll the stealth since they're in front of us? Unless somebody else is tracking us from behind.
As far as your question about stealth checks, so you're actively hiding from the people in front of you, and you don't know who's behind you tracking you, but you can assume that there's
Okay.
at least one party.
Okay.
I would say what we're going to do is instead of doing the 3 blocks, we're just going to do stealth check for each casting. We're just going to do it for each block. So for this next 3 hour, roll me
That is a 19, 29, 32.
Okay. And you're able, I would say you're able to get through this day, and now it's time to, find a place to camp out.
Okay.
So again, it's stealth to find a campsite, and all right, so you guys
Camping.
so I need the survival check and the stealth check.
Survival.
I'll do the stealth. Natural 20.
All right.
So 34.
And an 18 on survival.
Okay. I need a perception check.
14.
You guys start to come up to the to a kind of a similar clearing that you were at before when Cespedes actually stops everybody, as there is a thin wire, and you can see on either side there are some bells hanging onto it. And you kind of pause and focus your senses forward, and you hear small little popping and crackling of fire, and something, it sounds like something pawing or digging at the ground, something large. You can smell cooked meats.
Do a couple of us on a sneak forward and see what's
Yeah.
going on.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do we want to cut this tripwire just to be safe?
As long as we know that cutting it won't set it off, yeah. If we can see the mechanism well enough to disable it.
Yeah, it looks like it's just spanning between two trees, and it looks like it's just got little bells on it.
Okay, do that, and then...
Yep.
Okay.
Stealth up.
Roll me a sleight of hand to disable the trap, and you would add your thieves' tools to that.
Where's
We're looking around at each other going...
Right.
Or
Thieves'
did
tools?
Cespedes already do it? Was that the die roll that I heard?
It might have been. I might have gotten a 15.
Okay, so your sleight of hand is a 15 total?
Yes.
Okay. And he does just kind of like take his sword and just kind of like flick it, and the whole thing just drops limp really quick. And there is just the ever so small ping sound from the bells where you kind of stop holding your breath. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Sneak forward.
Yeah. And watch for more of these little chippy traps.
Okay. You don't seem to see any, and you move about 40, 50 feet, and you do see the clearing that you thought you were going to end up coming to, and it is already occupied by some of the cult guards, and they have 4 of those drakes with them. 3 of the drakes are lying asleep. One of them is gnawing on and pawing at something as the guards sit around a fire.
Everyone we kill is one less later on.
It's true, but if we're not quiet about it, we'll have a lot more on us. I mean, I'm fine with killing them. But we do have a whole horde of people back there.
Kill them. They follow Tiamat. Kill them.
Shrug. Okay.
Do we want to try and sneak up on the drakes first and kill them?
I'd say kill the 3 sleeping ones first, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about them.
Yep.
All right. Gooflick pulls out his scimitars.
All right.
He makes the scissors motions. Just
I cast mage armor because I haven't done that, and I keep forgetting about it.
I'm out of keys, so I'm going to rely on the rest of you guys for
Okay.
mystical, magical.
but your pass without trace is still on.
Oh,
for
okay.
30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because what you specifically stated that you 30 minutes left in the thing.
Yeah.
That's when you would start looking.
Okay.
So you guys had started that look.
And then we found the thing. All right.
Yep.
Each of us get a drake, or
Yeah, I call the one on the left.
Okay. You go to the one on the left. We're gonna
Cespedes, you want to take the main one, the one awake,
Sure.
since you do more damage.
Yep.
Okay.
These catch it by surprise too, maybe.
We do need stealth checks for everyone who's going up.
I don't have to get that close. I'm gonna throw.
17.
I need to be within 90 feet of it.
Yeah, but
22
I mean, yeah,
stealth.
close enough.
22.
We still have the plus 10s.
'Cause-
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was adding the wrong number. Oh well. 22.
22. Okay. All right. So then they roll. So that'll be his. Okay. You were all able to get in positions, and you get your surprise attack because Path Without Trace. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
I'm lining my sword up over the back of its neck and just going up and
Yeah.
down,
So,
getting ready to swing.
are you doing melee or?
I'm doing a spear on the back of its like.
Okay. It's
leans.
auto hit, auto crit, roll. Gooflick's doing the same auto hit, auto crit. So he'll just roll
And
his
a
damage.
crit is 2 damage.
It's double the damage dice.
Okay.
Now here's a question: are you using the new shiny spear
Yes,
or Old
if I
Faithful?
can.
Okay, yes, you can. So I'm going to need. So it's still the spear damage,
Right. Still D6s.
which are still d6s. Add 2d10s to it, and then let me know what that number is, and I'll tell you what the effect happens.
I was going to shoot mine.
Are you shooting your new...
Yes.
Okay, are you using one of the special arrows or a regular arrow?
A regular arrow, I guess, in the new shiny bow.
Okay.
I
So
will just be using my standard greatsword.
okay, cool. Since you're shooting, you actually have to roll to hit.
Right.
And since you're shooting something that's on the ground, it actually gets bonus to its AC, but it also gets a huge negative to its AC because it's asleep. So you have to roll to hit, and I have to then do math. And Gooflick is also taking his new shiny scimitars, and he is going to he's literally going to do the
Scissors.
the scissors.
I rolled an 18 to hit it.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Okay, so Cespedes, you also need to roll to hit because
Mine's awake.
this thing is awake,
Right.
but you have advantage to hit it because it's on the ground.
All right.
Okay. So what'd you get to hit?
13.
Hits.
Woo. I didn't think it would. I didn't even bother to roll.
Yeah, no, these things don't have great AC.
13 damage.
13 damage. Okay, I think it's still alive.
Is that the double damage? Does he get double damage?
He does not.
Okay.
'Cause it's not
So
helpful.
No.
being asleep, it's helpless. So you're basically getting a coup de grace. His being awake just takes a ton of damage.
Okay.
My greatsword does 2d6 plus 4.
Are you using the magic, the one we
No,
picked
he
up?
said he was using
No.
his regular old.
Bessie.
Okay. So 13. So for your bow, it's not a crit, so it's the regular bow damage and then another D10 on top of that.
Okay. Okay. 18.
Okay. You loose the arrow and the arrow just kind of envelops in this purple flame, striking the drake.
I did 12 points of damage. I almost rolled minimum completely.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. 4 points above minimum.
As you thrust the spear into this into the drake, ice shards kind of like explode out from it. Gooflick does his. What's that?
Go, Gooflick.
No, it's kind of insane for Gooflick because he's using his two magic swords. Oh, and then you're adding your strength or dex, right, to your damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And Gooflick does. He just it is just like scissors. He just head just rolls right off, and he just looks back at you. Holy shit, dude! All right, so initiative, because everything screams in pain except Gooflick's target.
I got a 10.
A 21.
5.
Wow.
Carradine.
21 was my initiative.
1. Okay. Zell, what'd you get?
10.
10. And Cespedes got 5.
Mm-hmm.
So Gooflick is up first. The little psycho murderer he is. And you see him take his swords and kind of just do a quick like draw against them, and this ray comes shooting out and hits one of the drakes. So the drake needs to... Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so he hits. It's the one that Zell shot.
Okay.
So it takes... And then it has to make... Which it does. Okay. And you see the drake, which normally has this kind of bluish skin tone, turn a few shades green before vomiting up its whole, like, just whatever it had just eaten. Gooflick just giggles. Next, it is Carradine's turn.
Okay. Try and stab this thing again with the spear. That is a 23.
Yep, that hits.
And so is it just one 6-sided and a 10-sided now, or
Still 2 10. So you need to add another 10-sided dice to yours.
Oh,
9,
I would have done another 2.
4? It's a 24 points of damage. Good
Wow.
grief.
And you just kind of like pick it up and just re-stab it back, and this time you give it a twist, and more of the ice just seems to just flare out from that original wound.
Is it still kicking, or is it?
Oh, it's thrashing.
Okay.
It is not pleased with the spear in its back.
Then I'm going to do an unarmed strike on it while it's doing its thing. So that is a 21.
That hits.
It's not a whole lot of damage, but 8 more points of damage.
Okay.
Punch in the head.
its thrashing is lessening, but that's mostly because it's dying.
Okay.
Next are the guards. They pick up their weapons and they come running towards you. You were kind of a bit further back, so it's going to be 2 of them are actually going to go for Gooflick because he's
Tearing it up.
He's tearing it up. Turn up for Gooflick. And then 1 will go to Cespedes and 1 will go to Carradine. So I'm going to start with Cespedes. That is the wrong thing. Here we go. Comes up in a 16. Does that hit you?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And now Carradine. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
He deals 9 points of damage. Comes up slashing you with his sword. And then at Gooflick. Where is Gooflick? There is Gooflick. And Gooflick is just too fucking nimble for these guys as they go swiping at him. Though one of them clearly has swung at kobolds before because one of them just swings, is trained dead high, and the other one actually makes a downward thrust and almost gets him. Just scraping along the front of his shiny new armor. This enrages Gooflick. So next is Zell's turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shoot my Drake again, trying to kill it if it's not dead. Did Gooflick kill it?
No, Gooflick did not kill it.
Okay, then I shoot it again. Natural 20.
Nice.
That hits?
Does that mean I rolled 4d10?
No, just 2.
Oh, I didn't crit the first time.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Magic weapons are weird.
Okay.
That and I'm going to confirm some stuff after this.
Okay.
So
23 points of damage.
Okay, so that would be...
Oh, 24 points of damage.
Okay, and with that, you your dark arrow ignites again and explodes inside the Drake, just sending it over. So now we are down to the Drakes. There is one on Carradine that is going to attempt to get up and take a bite out of you.
Okay.
He does not. Or wait.
Are you saying my 5 was last in the order?
Yes.
Huh.
Because they rolled a 5 and had a +2 to it.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, wait, does a 15 hit you, Carradine?
No.
15. Okay. So then the one that's on you, because it was also laying down, is going to stand up and take a bite at you. 17 to Cespedes. I don't think that hits.
No.
Yeah, because you are Tank Lord. All right, and that misses. So we're back to the top. It is Gooflick, the guy who scratched his armor. Gooflick makes 2 swipes with his swords. And then...
I don't know.
And you see him make these 2 big just arcs going up. The first one cutting up into the guard's chest, and the second one just going along the straight line, cutting it through, cutting him in half. Ooh. As you see different colored of energies just arc off the blades. At which point in time, Gooflick starts kicking dirt at the dead body. Screaming at it. You guys are convinced it's draconic. You're aware that it's just screams. Now it is Carradine's turn.
Okay. I'm going to stab it with the spear again. That is a 24.
That hits.
And it was...
A d6 plus 2d10.
18.
That is dead.
19, 20, 22.
It dead.
All right. And there was no cultists on me?
There's one.
Okay. Then
He
I'm going to
missed, so...
strike him unarmed. Or try to. 21?
That hits.
That's only a d4. 8 points of damage.
Okay. He is still up, but he's not... Actually, he's kind of okay. But he would prefer not to have been punched in the face. I can't believe you did that. Wait till Bonnie hears about this. Okay. So next is the guard's turn. The one that's on Gooflick, who's going to make a swipe at him. Misses. He's a little nervous now about this very deadly kobold. The cultist that you punched, Carradine, 20...
Yeah.
Okay. For 7 points of damage.
All right.
As he makes one more swing, and then as he brings it back, he now grips it in 2 hands,
Okay.
kind of taking a little bit more of a defensive position.
Okay.
Now it is the one that's on Cespedes. And yeah, no, it's just swinging wide, trying to not step on the Drake. Zell, your turn.
Okay. I killed my Drake. Yes.
Yes.
It exploded. Are there Drakes left?
There is 1 Drake left. So currently there is a guard on Gooflick, a guard on Carradine, a Drake, and a guard on Cespedes.
Okay. I shoot the Drake.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit the Drake?
Yes.
Okay. And it's 1d10 plus
2.
2. It's
Yep. Yeah. I
Doubles.
don't. I think it's just the weapon damage that doubles on a crit. Not.
I thought it was all dice, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, and that's something I'm going to check afterwards. And if it is, then
That's fine. That is 13 points of damage.
Okay.
I just need to make sure. I just need to in my head what rules you're going with, and we'll go with them until you change your mind.
Yeah. So for tonight, it's going to be just the weapon damage.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if it was all dice, sneak attack at any level is beyond nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they just go, fuck it, we don't care, that's what we want to do with sneak attack, then fuck it, that's what they want to do with sneak attack.
Okay.
Or they might have something like in previous editions where it was like, yeah, we double everything, but sneak attack.
Right.
Nope. I'm just curious. Okay.
Now it is the Drake's turn, and it is going to take a bite. It misses. It's standing, so it can actually take a second bite. Or, no, it's going to swing its tail at you. That's what it does. But it still misses. Cespedes, your turn.
Die, Drake. 18 to hit.
That hits.
15 points of damage.
It doesn't die,
Oh, you
but it kind of wish it did. All right, so we're back at the top to Gooflick, who is going to do 2 more swipes with his... Okay. That's cocked. Oh. He makes 2 more. He makes 2 carves into this guard who's still standing, but is now thinking more about not fucking with the kobold.
You're correct on the fuck it. All dice are rolled twice. And it says specifically, such as from the rogue sneak attack feature, you roll those dice twice as well.
Okay, so yeah.
Ba-bam. I might take 1 level in rogue
Just to get that
just to have it. Just in case. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck it. It's one attack.
How often is it going to happen?
Every
it's also
time
because-
the rogue can set it up.
It's also because what you have to remember here is with the magic items, they literally only have 3 levels.
Right.
And
Does the crit? There's not a crit range on weapons in this.
that can be added is the
shit.
thing.
It's on.
A crit range can be added. They're literally tailor-made by the GM.
Wow.
So kind of what I did for these first ones with these new weapons, it's like, okay, well, the base, so this gets added on, and then I'm going to pick. So I picked some additional energy types, and then I'm going to pick some fun properties, and then I'll post and let you know
Would
what you
that
got.
get dangerous though if you do a range? You don't have to confirm.
You don't have to confirm.
That's what I'm saying though. Is that
Yeah, no.
are they just balancing it out without crit ranges like 18 to 20?
It's a lot harder to get them in this system.
Yeah, like there's. I don't think there's a feat anymore that
No.
gives you
Okay.
to them.
No, I think there's one class that might have the ability to pick it up,
Okay.
but that could also be a homebrew. Somebody in Critical Role had it for a while, but I don't know if that was the homebrewed gunslinger or not.
Okay.
So
I
He had,
digress.
but even he had to spend like a grit point in order to get it.
yeah, but I can't remember if anybody else did it. But I feel like it's a lot harder to do.
Okay.
You
Right.
can't just pick up extended crit ranges
Right.
willy nilly.
But also what they had there in that
That'd be
one
crazy.
was there was a lot of homebrewing going on because it was a Pathfinder game. They ported over,
Right.
and this character had already spent the time taking all these crit range feats, so he didn't want to screw over his player.
Right.
So
Right.
they just and fuck with his playstyle, so they did that. But I do know that's like plenty of people are like, yeah, as a magical property, here's your crit range.
Okay.
Because Keen was still a thing, so yeah. So it's now Carradine's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, because Gooflick just went.
I'm gonna use my spear on this guy. That does not hit 9.
No, that does not hit. They have a little bit better armor than that.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. It is the guard's turn. The guard that swiped at you is going to swipe back. That's a D10. That's not going to work. But I might as well roll a D10 because. All right, guard that's on Cespedes. Guard that's on Gooflick. 5, 5, 5. On the same die. It's like, God damn. All right, you're retired for the night. So now we've got Zell.
Okay. The Drake I was shooting, did it go down yet?
No,
Okay, it's still up. I shoot it again.
it is a breath
Oh.
standing.
I shoot it 14.
That hits.
Oh, okay. So it is just base plus 2d10. 15.
Okay. Yeah, so your dark bolt of energy comes out of it again, hitting the creature and causing some of its face to melt away as a creature dies. All right. Cespedes, you're up, because the only Drake that was alive is now dead.
So I have a cultist on me or a guard.
You have a guard. You have a fresh guard.
A fresh guard is going to get zippered. I know it. No, he's not. 9 does not hit him, does it?
No, it does not.
Yeah, that's too bad.
All right. So we're now back up to Gooflick.
Come on, Gooflick.
Okay. He only hits once this time. Kills the guard. Because, fuck it. 30 damage.
Because it's Gooflick.
Because he goes, it's 2d10 plus a d6. 10, 10, 5, plus just, and again, you see him take one of them, and just this bright flash of light just comes up as he tries to pull a Cespedes, but isn't quite tall enough to get it all. So next is Carradine.
All right, spear on this guy again, and a 19.
That hits.
Another 23 points of damage with the spear, the icy spear.
Yep, that hits. He is not happy.
Still up.
He is still up.
And do a natch 20 on an unarmed strike.
You fist his face.
4 by 6. 10 points of damage. Punch him in the nose.
You break his nose and give him a black eye. He kind of staggers back about a foot or two and before regaining his balance, reassessing some life choices. Is the guard's turn. Seeing all the drakes are down and he's only got one buddy left, the one that you were fighting books it and tries to run.
Throw my spear. Oh, 11.
That is a miss.
All right. I'll give chase. Fuck it.
I say, yeah. Or
You catch up to him.
Run a full pace.
I say, do I have to
Punch
wait
him
till
in the head.
can I shoot him? Like, do I have to wait?
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
For my
He
turn?
gets the attack of opportunity because it left.
Okay.
Right.
So that was your. That was your
Spear
attack.
throw.
So we'll wait for. So he gets his
Run.
move,
Okay.
and we'll come back to
Okay.
that in a second. So the other guard, not knowing his buddy is bouncing, is going to take a swing at Cespedes. Ooh, hits.
What do you roll?
18 plus 5, so 23
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hit, yeah.
for 5 points of damage. Yeah. So next is Zal's turn.
Okay, I shoot the one that's running away.
Okay.
I Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
Much better. 18.
You hit.
18 points of damage.
With that, your arrow hits its back, and again, that melting flesh smell fills up the air. Cespedes, it's your turn.
Oh, I rolled a 20.
Sweet.
Oh, so glorious.
Double dice rolling.
24 points of damage.
Did you kill the running guy? I'm sorry.
Yeah, she killed the running
Sweet.
man.
I would hope that 18 points of damage on top of whatever else killed the running man.
Yeah, the running man had 3 hit points left.
Nice.
Okay, good.
I didn't want to tell you it doesn't matter. You just have to hit him, because sometimes rolling those numbers just
Yeah.
makes you feel good.
Oh, it does.
So,
It does.
so next is
Did 24 points not kill
it did
him?
not kill him.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Yeah, no. The cultists go down like
Right.
bags of shit. These guys are a little stronger. All right. It is now Gooflick's turn.
Go Gooflick.
Gooflick puts away his scimitars and starts rummaging through pockets.
Priorities, Gooflick. Priorities.
I don't know. He's pulled some awesome things out of his pockets.
Not his
I think
pockets.
Oh, he's rummaging through the dead guy's
Yeah,
pockets.
not his.
Oh, well.
Not his pockets.
He's killed a lot of things
Yes.
already. I think we got this.
Yeah. So next is Carradine.
I'm going to take out the longsword that I picked up from the horde and race over and try to stab him.
All right.
That is a 14.
That is a hit.
All right.
Oh, no, 14? No, that
Yeah.
does not hit this guy.
Okay.
Sorry, that hits the...
Old guy.
Yeah.
The dead guy.
All right. Next is the guard. He is going to take his swing. He has two-handing this. It doesn't matter. He takes 2 big chops, and they both go wide. He was convinced one of them would get you because he went down the middle between the two of you and just both kind of just like leaned left. Zell, it is your turn.
Go
I
Zell.
shoot him. 15.
That is a miss.
Okay. I already did that thing, so I can't do it again.
Cast a spell, get it back.
That's literally was my next choice.
Cespedes, it's your turn.
Go Cespedes.
16?
Okay. That is a miss.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Gooflick is still just
Busy.
doing his thing. Next is Carradine.
All right. Same with that long sword again. 16. Doesn't hit.
All right. He's going to take his swings again. fuck him. Yeah, they both miss. No one can hit each other. Right, cold draw.
It's the Princess Bride where they're both like twirling their swords at each other and no one's doing any damage or even striking each other.
All right, your turn.
I cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay. So roll a d20.
Okay, this is just the d20 on which I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Color ball, color ball.
That was not the to hit roll, right? That was just the,
No, that was just
Okay.
the d20.
That's yeah.
So yeah, go on with your
Okay,
I always forget the rules for this and have to relook them up every time.
that's fair. I think I do too. I think I have to hit with this one. I rolled a 21 to hit him.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
God, I hope that hits.
Kill him.
I do. Oh my god, math.
My
11.
math is not mathing tonight either.
I do 18 points of poison damage.
18?
18.
Okay.
Yes. Wait, didn't we decide that when I have used my Tides of Chaos, you can just declare Wild Magic Surge happens? I don't have to roll for it.
That's what I'm reading through it around right now.
That's what I remember.
I don't know. Because I don't remember what it says.
Yes, so you cast a spell, and whenever you cast a spell a level of 1 or higher, you can roll. If you've already used Tides of Chaos, then I can just declare when you cast a spell.
That Wild Magic Surge happens
Right.
without the roll.
So
Okay.
on this one, we're going to leave it as is,
Okay.
and you do your 18 points of damage.
And we'll just try to remember that for the next time, like we do every time.
Next time on Dragon Queen's Horde. Will we remember how Tides of Chaos works? I don't think so. All right, next is Cespedes' turn.
That still didn't kill that guy?
He didn't kill him, but my God, is he gooey.
You know what?
It's a little green and bubbling in the back.
I'm gonna dragon breath him just
Yeah,
because
I'll say.
I'm gonna have fun.
Okay, so he has to roll a save, right?
Yeah.
What's the save roll?
DC throw equals 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Right, but you do lightning, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a dex save. So he rolled a total of 13.
And so 8 plus my Constitution and plus my proficiency.
So your
Wow.
proficiency is...
Should be 2 for proficiency.
Yeah, it's currently 2, so that's 10, plus your con mod is 13. So he makes it, so he only takes half the damage.
3.
You did 3 damage?
Yeah.
So he takes 1?
Creature takes 2d6 on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. So you saved, so only 1d6.
Oh, you rolled 1d6 and got a 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you did there. I will accept that for now. Okay, so that's... Yeah, he's still up, but he now has a tingling sensation all over his body.
Sparkles.
Gooflick has moved on to the next body and started rifling pockets. Carradine, it's your turn.
Okay. Longsword. Next. I'm not even adding my bonus to that fuck you roll. Not even worth saying out loud.
Did you get a 1?
No, it would have been a 9.
Okay.
Stupid.
Next is the herding guard, who is going to take another 2 swipes.
He'll eventually kill us all.
Hey! He hit Cespedes for 10 points of damage.
Holy cow.
He's just been doing these big chops, and finally one of them came down, catching you right on the breastplate. Zell, it's your turn.
Get him.
I'm good. That Chromatic Orb was fun. Let's do it again.
Wild magic.
Okay.
We both want it.
Yes, we do. That's no one is arguing. So D percentile,
Yep.
What if it hits me?
93.
Okay, so you Hadouken your Chaos Orb, and the world seems to shrink around you. Not by a lot, but like you can clearly see the tops of everyone's heads when usually you're seeing chins.
This is weird. Does it throw off my aim?
No, it doesn't.
So the question is, that auto replenishes my Tides of Chaos. Can I use it on this roll?
No.
I didn't figure. It does throw off my aim, in fact. I only rolled a 12.
Yeah. So it did. So it's like you shot it straight, but as it went straight, the world kind of shrunk down, so you end up just sailing over the tops of everyone's head.
Did you grow? Are you the incredible 30-foot woman?
Not 30 foot, but like the incredible like 10 to 12 foot woman.
Wow.
This is very strange.
Will that wear off?
I don't know.
Okay, Dawn.
So next it is Cespedes' turn.
Kill this guy. 20.
That hits.
Yay.
12. Dead?
No.
I've hit this guy.
But he can barely hold his sword and stand up now. You hear something from behind you guys rattling. You look over. There's now a 20-foot woman. There's now a 10-foot woman, and Gooflick is now adding a key to his ring.
Nice.
Carradine, it's your turn.
17?
Hits!
Yay.
Kill him.
So I'm doing one-handed with the longsword. Is there any other damage since it came from the pile of Tiamat's horde?
Yes. This one will be 2d8.
Okay. And that is 5 and 14.
Okay. So with this one, you're finally able to connect with him on a big thrust, and when you do, there's a small like crack, boom, and like lightning shoots out the back of him
Ooh.
as you stab through.
Nice. Okay.
And with that, he falls in a heap.
Whew. All right. I guess get everybody over here and do camp. Get camp before my spell runs out. Head back. Get them all moved in here.
In the time it takes you to start walking back, you actually start declining in height again, back to your normal size.
Man, it would have been cool if you got to stomp on somebody.
You're not wrong. Maybe it'll happen again. Who knows?
That's true.
That's never happened to me before. It's kind of exciting.
When you guys leave, Gooflick's actually staying in the area, and when you guys come back, he's actually arranged piles next to each body, and you see him working on some teeth from the
Drakes.
from one of the drakes.
Nice.
I pet him on the head again.
He pats your hand, patting him on the head.
I guess raid whatever food they were cooking, and if it's edible, have everybody eat it. If not, we'll go out and hunt.
Yeah, there's plenty of food there.
Okay.
Everyone's able to eat. Because you had the fresh boar last night, it's not as good.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. Like,
Okay. Sounds good.
and at this point in time, so we are going to break.
Okay.
You are about 2 days at your current pace outside of Greenhist.
Okay.
Okay.
Taking a long rest to get my HP back.
Yeah.
So
I didn't actually lose any HP, but I did lose some spell slots.
Yeah.
yeah. Are we taking a long rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are sleeping for the night here.
Yeah. I'll take first watch because I'm fine.
Experience points? What do we have?
Yes. So what we're going to end up doing is I'm just going to fast travel you. So you guys are at Greenhist. At this point in time, you guys are going to be... So next time we meet, you guys are going to be level 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you're level 3 now, right?
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. And hit points was rolling them or...
We were going max because until Will shows up, you guys are playing down a man.
Okay.
Which is part of the reason that I'm decking you out.
Sounds good.
So next time I will know about my shield and my one sword.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone will know about their weapons because once you've familiarized and used them, you know their properties.
Oh,
and
you need to use them first?
you just familiarize yourself with them. It's called attuning.
Okay.
Like your shield is mundane enough because it just casts effectively 3 different light spells that you don't need to attune to it. These weapons that I'm giving you guys, they got a lot more oomph to them, so they're going to be attunables. All right.
Dungeons & Dragons is property of Wizards of the Coast. Please visit dnd.wizards.com to purchase your copy of the game today. The opening and closing music, Epic, is property of Ben Sound. Check them out at bensound.com for more royalty-free music. This has been a production of Gaming Without Gaming, all rights reserved. You may download only material displayed and identified on the site as specifically available for downloading. Such material is for non-commercial, personal use only, provided you also retain all copyright and other proprietary notices contained on the materials. You may not, however, distribute, modify, transmit, reuse, repost, or use the content of the site for public or commercial purposes, including the text, images, audio, and video without our written permission.